Recently, BBC finally dropped the trailer for a long-anticipated King and Conqueror historical drama miniseries that is supposed to cover the events leading up to one of the most iconic dates in English history, October 14th, 1066, the Battle of Hastings itself. They were kind of stingy on sharing the footage, but what a minute and 2 seconds it is. Until now, probably the most detailed depiction of the battle is considered nearly 70-meter long, excruciatingly intricate Bayeux tapestry, but that's not one of the main reasons why such a show is overdue. Lately, I personally think medieval theme has been neglected and just kind of meh. And judging by the trailer, I think this show has a potential to make quite a splash, and if anything, mark my words, pedantic historians will try to tear it apart anyway, even for the fact that in the trailer it looks like they're going to depict Harold and William closer allies than they were actually in real life, and that might not sit well with some, especially considering that not really much is known about William and Harold's friendship or lack of such, except maybe one chronicle stating that at some point Harold was betrothed to William's daughter, and if so, that never happened. So they gotta get a drama from somewhere, and I guess they decided not to waste any time and just start strong by sticking Harold and William in the same hot tub. Speaking of hot tubs, Jaime Lannister and Brienne of Tarth, anyone? I mean, I get the idea behind casting Nikolai Coster-Waldau as William. He's very charismatic, very popular actor, great actor, I like him. And his Danish roots actually play well into the fact that William was descendant of Rollo, who in turn was a Scandinavian king. But to me, and this is just me, he suffers from what I call Joey Tribbiani syndrome. What I mean is when an actor or an actress were so good in one particular great role in a great TV series that lasted a very long time, eventually they become the character, and literally vice versa. It's really hard to unsee that.
That's right. I'm taking the essence.
Well, I guess it can be called Friends syndrome in general, but Joey is the king. So I just hope his killer mustache in the show and his actually acting talent will take that away from me. And I will not be watching Jaime Lannister fighting for English crown, but Duke of Normandy William. Honestly, I don't even know why I'm complaining, because this day and age, it can be much worse. I mean, let's face it, it could easily be Pedro Pascal. Easily. Yeah, and judging from the trailer, the Battle of Hastings, for me, resembles kind of a mix between Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones and the Battle of Brannanburh from The Last Kingdom, Seven Kings Must Die. And both of those are absolutely fantastic, so that's a good thing. There's another thing I noticed and I really want to speculate on. I suggest that we're going to see two battles instead of one, because Battle of Hastings is easily to spot by the color scheme, by Norman shields, just by sheer size and formations. But there is that one eagle-eye shot that to me looks like a different event, unless it's a faint retreat of Norman army that happened during Hastings. I want to say it's a different battle. And I want to say it could be a battle of Stamford Bridge, where King Harold defeated Norwegian army led by one of his another rivals, Harald Hardrada, I believe his name was. So that happened about 2 weeks prior, King Harold marching to meet William at Hastings. Plus, there is a shot of King Harold wearing just a crown at one point, and also there is a shot him, I believe, dueling William at Battle of Hastings, where he wears a coif. On top of the coif there is a helmet, and then on top of the helmet there is a crown. So to me it just looks like two different battles. And imagine if we get those. Imagine watching forces of Harold, like really tired but high on victory over Norwegians, marching towards the complete obliteration by William. That's a proper historical action drama. Again, to me the trailer looks really good for the most part, and I think 8 episodes will be enough of a time stretch to finish the whole story. The show will premiere in UK on August 24th on BBC One and BBC iPlayer. Even though I'm in Europe, I'm thinking I'm gonna just be patient and binge watch it later when it will be released globally. It shouldn't really take that long if it's going to be good and it's BBC. So there's plenty of coverage of other things until then. Thank you so much for listening. Until the next one. For my loyal subscribers, don't worry, this is not the new setup or format. I'm just happen to be away from my recording place, just getting in touch with my Baltic roots. And when I'm done all the touching, September comes, everything will be back to normal.